All done with business stuff. I just checked out quite a few demos that I received for my label. Some of them good, some of them bad. I might present them to you tomorrow. But I also received promo emails by other labels, by other artists, songs that I get for free, that I can download, that I can play in a club once COVID is over again. Enjoy them, listen to them, rate them, give them feedback. That's something totally normal. But what I've witnessed is in recent times, and I'm talking like already for quite some time, actually since the beginning that I'm making music, you always have a certain amount of covers, remixes, edits, and it's getting more and more and more and more. I'm completely missing music that is fresh and new. It's always like old, warmed up kind of stuff. It annoys me a little. Sometimes the old, warmed up stuff is better than the original, sometimes not. But the big question is why? Why are we flooded with remixes, edits, covers? The simple answer to why we're flooded with remixes, edits, covers, remakes would be simply money, and because it's very, very easy. So the bigger question is, should you do the same? What do we think about it? Let's start that discussion with some pretty simple examples. Let's start with movies. You might have noticed movies are getting remade, especially the Disney stuff, especially the good old classic, very successful stuff. For example, there was a remake of The Lion King, a legendary old classic Disney movie. Absolutely love it. It was funny, it was good, nothing to complain about, but they decided to remake it. And for these movies, for example, the thing is, like for the younger generation, we're talking like 15 to 25, 30 years, this movie is unknown. They don't know it. It's not shown on TV. They don't really recognize it. It's not being promoted. It's old. It's not known to a younger generation. So at Disney, they think, hey, how can we make a lot of money very fast and easy and guaranteed? And that's the thing, the guarantee. Like it's like it worked in the past. Let's adapt it a little and let's make it work again. And it actually is a lot easier because you have something that is proven that just works. The story stays the same. The kind of excitement stays the same. They're just upgrading, updating kind of the graphics. They turned it from a comic to a 3D, almost real looking kind of thing, which is technically really amazing. But it's kind of also weird because they made one big mistake. It's weird to have an animal that looks 100% real that starts talking. It's weird. I think this movie, for example, works better as the original drawn comic kind of thing. Music, same thing, same principle. Old songs, they're not being played on the radio anymore. They're just being updated, upgraded to now. So it works with a listener base that lives now. And it sounds closer to everything else that is going on. And you then either do a straight up remake where you try to be as close as possible to the original, maybe even have the original vocal from back then. Then you have a cover where you just take the lyrics and the main singing melody and maybe transfer it to another style. So you could take a Rihanna song, Umbrella, and turn it into a trap hip hop kind of song if you wanted to. Not a good idea, but you could. And then we got remixes that take more parts of the original song and actually use it. And then we have edits that just take the entire file of the original and change it a little. Those are like the techniques people use to just make money easy, fast, and almost guaranteed. The only thing between you and making money when doing an edit, cover, remix is to get the permission to do so. And to actually make a decent job. It doesn't have to be good. Decent is usually enough. Let's talk about some examples because I think that shows the clearest how this actually works and how big the benefit can be. Most artists that you know that are out there, that are big, started their career by remixing, editing, changing something by someone else. It gives you a lot more promotion because people already know it. And they're even more interested. If I would tell you now I've made a remix of a Michael Jackson song, you'd be interested to see how I turned it into something different. Just because you know the original, you can compare it. People love that. Then all of the people that back in the days loved the track, you grab them as well. The song is functional, worked in the past, so you also achieve to kind of capture new people. And for example, the career of David Guetta, 100%, he took someone else's instrumental, put someone else's voice on top, and this way Frankenstein kind of a song together that was a huge hit. Robin Schulz, more recently, he used 2 songs by other people. One was a remix, Robin Schulz Waves, Props, whatever his name was. And the second one was Prayer in C, which was an edit. He took the original of someone else, put a kick underneath, some beats, some loops, and started a huge career. Biggest artist in Germany ever. And then we have in the underground scene, club scene, millions of examples where covers just jump-started careers. Eric Prydz, for example, Call on Me was a cover. And like I'm myself getting in an age where like I know the originals. I know back in the days when I was like DJing hip-hop, urban kind of music and clubs early on, I showed my mom a song and was like, hey, this is so cool, this is new. And she was always like, no, that's that old song from like 20, 25 years ago I was dancing to. It's like repeating and repeating. We're just warming up the soup from yesterday to like serve it the people from today. I personally, that's my personal opinion, I'm not a huge fan of this. I think as an artist, you should have some dignity and make something new and fresh. And some people make amazing covers and edits and remixes where I think like, okay, yes, it kind of counts as something new. They took something bad and turned it into something good, or at least something that is like, has more the zeitgeist of now. Then there are the millions and millions and millions of songs I have a problem with. Like these bad edits, remixes, edits, like everywhere. You're flooded with it. And that's what annoyed me today in my emails. Like I'm flooded with that stuff and it's all so bad. And a lot of people that are not able to actually make good music take someone else's song, change it a little, put their own name on it. That's like just stealing. Send it out to promote it and hope to start a DJ career. And I think that just doesn't work. There are actually 2 ways to pull this off. The good way, where you do it with a lot of effort and it just sounds amazing and is a new interpretation of something old that just works. Or the bad way, the annoying way, just do it for the purpose and sake of having success and because you think it's the easy route. But trust me, it's not, because millions of people do it. Some of them get sued because they don't get the permission to actually do it. And most of them are so bad that they're like not even close to the original when it comes to quality. And you have to at least match the quality of the original, otherwise it's never going to work. So are remixes, edits and that kind of stuff good? I think in doses, in small doses, on high quality and where it just makes sense, yes, I can live with that. For me personally, not. But then the annoying sheer amount of bad edits, remixes, and that remake kind of stuff, it's just annoying. It's boring. I hear the same song being sampled a million times. It's just boring and it's not good. So please try and stop that. It won't bring you any success in any kind of way if you don't do it properly. Same rules apply to these remix edits that also apply to making original music. Original music has the huge advantage. It's way more fun to do. You're way less restricted. It's 100% yours. You can be really proud of it. And if you have success with one of your own songs, it will guarantee you way more success also in the future. Because some of these people that make these edits, remixes, and are basically kind of lucky. Let's take, no, I can't say any names. But there are people, I'm also friends with them, that are like huge superstar DJs that started their career with one of these edits, remixes, and they don't even know how to produce music. They just picked the right song, changed it a little, were really lucky, and then they fall into like a big hole because everyone is expecting a follow-up, everyone is expecting an original, and they just can't deliver it. So they usually turn to ghost producers, which I was also part of back in the days where I couldn't live from my own music. I was ghost producing for other people. And then you have this entire kind of shady business going on where I just don't want to be part of it anymore. Anyways, those are my 2 cents. Let me know what you think about these edits, remixes, and covers, the sheer amount of them. Have you ever done something like this? Did it grant you any kind of success? Let me know. See you tomorrow again, back here in the studio.